Welcome to Dear Fans. My name is Lisa, and I'm 50 years old. 10 years ago, I was happily married to my husband Tom. We had built a life together that was simple, yet fulfilling. We met on a bus. People often say good girls don't talk to strangers, but we did. We had a conversation, found that we liked each other, and started dating. After a year, we got married. At the time, I was young, happy, and full of dreams. I had always wanted to lose weight, but wasn't overweight. Tom often told me, stop dieting, you don't need to lose weight. He genuinely cared for me, though. At the time, I didn't fully understand it. Tom wasn't the romantic type. He didn't bring me flowers every day, nor did he surprise me with breakfast in bed. But once he did bring me coffee in bed, and it spilled all over my dress. I told him never to do it again. And he didn't. He loved me in his own way. Tom was a simple man. He worked hard every day as a builder, and later became a manager eventually. He started his own company. I stayed at home taking care of the house, gardening and growing flowers and vegetables. Tom asked me not to work, so I could focus on the house and raising our sons. Our two boys grew up to be respectful, hardworking young men, and soon they got married. We were blessed with a granddaughter, Emma, who quickly became the light of our lives. Tom adored Emma. He often said that she brought him joy like nothing else. One day, our older son called and said he was bringing Emma over to visit, but Tom surprised me by saying he couldn't come home that weekend because of work. I was confused. I asked him why he couldn't join us later in the evening, but he said, maybe I'll stay at my father's house. His words worried me. Something didn't feel right. The next day, I decided to drive to Tom's office, but when I got there, he wasn't around. The security guard told me that he had left. Then I overheard the guard's wife whispering to someone, poor woman, everyone knows, but she doesn't. I felt a chill run down my spine. I called Tom. We need to talk, I said, my voice trembling. When he came home, I confronted him. Do you have another woman's? I asked, my heart racing. Tom hesitated and then admitted, yes. Will you leave? Or should I leave? I demanded. I will leave, he said quietly. Tom packed his things and left. In that moment, my world shattered. I cried, feeling more alone than I ever had before. My sons came over, comforting me. They listened as I told them about what had happened, and even though I was hurt, I told them, your father may have left me, but he is still your father. You must respect him. Days turned into weeks, and the pain of Tom's betrayal lingered. Nights were the hardest. I couldn't sleep. I lost weight, and my smile disappeared. One day, my friend Mary came over and took me to visit children at a local hospital. These children had cancer, and despite their suffering, they were still smiling. Their mothers stayed by their sides, caring for them with love and devotion. Mary said, Lisa, look at these women. They have real problems. Your problems are small compared to theirs. That day, something inside me shifted. I realized that helping these children was something I could do to heal. I found sponsors to cover their treatment and became involved in fundraising, helping those children brought me joy again. Slowly, I began to smile. 10 years passed. On International Women's Day, I was waiting for my sons to visit me. When the door opened, it was Tom. He looked tired and older, his face etched with regret. Lisa, can I stay here? He asked quietly. I was stunned. After everything he wanted to return, I didn't know how to respond. Tom sat down and said, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Mary, who had been a great support to me, later told me, Lisa, you don't have to forgive him right away, but maybe this is a chance for both of you to heal. Tom's new wife had left him. She had lied to him about having a child, and that child wasn't his. I was torn. Tom had hurt me deeply, but he was also a good father to our sons. He had worked hard for our family, and I knew that he still cared for me in his own way. Should I forgive him? Could I forget the pain he caused me? Tom stayed in the guest room. He didn't speak much, and I didn't know what he was thinking. I didn't know how I felt when I cooked dinner. He said, the food smells wonderful, Lisa. I wanted to smile, but I couldn't. I replied coldly, you made your choice, Tom. That night, as I washed the dishes, Tom tried to help. No, I said, I can do it. The next day, our sons came over. They were shocked to see Tom. Dad, what are you doing here? Our older son, Peter, asked. Tom lowered his head. I made a mistake. I hurt your mother. Now I want to fix it. Peter and Mark, my younger son, took me aside. Mom, you don't have to let him stay. We'll take care of you, they said. I told them I need time to think. That night, I couldn't sleep. I thought about the past, the betrayal, the hurt, the years we spent together. Tom had been a good father, but could I trust him again? Could I forgive him? The next morning, I saw Tom working in the garden fixing the fence. He looked older, slower, but he was working hard. I went outside and said, Tom, you don't have to do this. I want to help. He replied, this is still my family. I didn't say anything. I just walked back inside. A few days later, Emma, our granddaughter, came to visit. When she saw Tom, she ran to him and hugged him. Grandpa, she cried. Tom smiled. Something I hadn't seen in years. Emma asked Grandma, "Can we all go to the park?" I didn't want to go, but Emma begged, "Please, Grandma, it will be fun." So we went to the park. Emma played on the swings and Tom and I sat on a bench. He turned to me and said, "Thank you for letting me come back, Lisa." I replied, "I haven't decided yet." Tom nodded. "I understand. Take your time. I will wait." Days turned into weeks, and Tom stayed in the guest room. He helped around the house, fixing things and tending to the garden. One day, Mary came over again and asked, "Lisa, are you okay?" With Tom being here, I don't know why. Admitted, I feel angry, but I also feel sorry for him. Mary said, "You don't have to forgive him right away, but maybe this is a chance for both of you to heal." That night, I thought about what Mary said. Maybe she was right. The next morning, I made breakfast and called Tom to the table. "Let's talk," I said. Tom looked nervous. I told him, "I don't know if I can forgive you, but I want to try." His eyes filled with tears. "Thank you, Lisa. I will do everything to make it right." Over time, things improved. We began spending more time together talking about the past. Tom apologized over and over again. One day I told him, "Tom, I will forgive you, but it will take time. You'll need to prove that you've changed." Tom nodded. "I promise, Lisa. I will." Slowly but surely things got better. We started laughing again. We became friends. I still don't know what the future holds, but I've learned that forgiveness isn't easy. It takes time, love, and patience. Maybe one day our family will feel whole again. What do you think of Lisa's journey? Should she forgive Tom and let him stay, or should she move on and focus on her new life? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your opinions in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe this channel. Thank you.